Hey everybody, Justin Senior here, and welcome to this video on Instagram Marketing 101. I want to make sure you kind of understand all the basics and kind of terminology that comes along with Instagram marketing. And this may be a refresher for some of you. Otherwise, if you're kind of new to Instagram marketing, definitely pay close attention because these themes are going to come up kind of throughout, and these are kind of the benefits, challenges, different types of marketing that you'll find inside this Instagram bootcamp course. So first of all, let's talk about the benefits. And really the number one benefit is that Instagram has a very highly engaged audience. And I think one would argue that Instagram is the most important social network right now, potentially more than Facebook. I'm not so sure if that's the case in terms of paid traffic. Right? Facebook ads is definitely just a great source of traffic. But for the engaged user, Instagram and maybe Snapchat definitely surpass Facebook, just given the actions that surround the network. Right, Instagram, you're just constantly sharing video or photo and constantly engaging with video or photo. That's pretty much it. Snapchat, you're engaging by either sharing your story or watching someone else's. Right, so it's a kind of nonstop action on those networks, which leaves the opportunity to get a lot of engagement because people are just always active. Right. I think another benefit that goes hand in hand with that is the ability to have really strong social proof. It's kind of like, I think, for lack of a better way to explain it, kind of like, you trying to be the popular kid at the lunch table or something like that, right? And you could, there's only a couple metrics to see that, right? Follower count, likes on a picture, comments on a picture, and you have the ability to really, I think it's a little bit more straightforward in terms of how to get that really strong social proof, right? You get a lot of likes, you get a lot of engagement onto your post, and that happens if you, just have basic product to customer match, right? That's just going to happen with any marketing effort, right? Marketing 101 is just matching up your product with the right customer. If that happens, you could get a lot of that engagement that I was just talking about. You can get that onto your ad or your post, and that's going to give you some really strong social proof. There's also tons of active customers on Instagram. This is just a numbers game, right? There's hundreds of millions of active Instagram users. We know that Facebook bought it for a purpose, paid $1 billion for it because of the active users on that platform. So there's a huge amount of users, which means you're going to be able to find your niche, find your target demographic, find your customers with relative ease. Now, next there's a robust ads platform, and you probably know that Facebook ads and Instagram ads use the same interface, right? It's the Facebook ads platform. And Facebook ads is super robust, right? You can do pixel work with website conversion ads, retargeting, right? Lookalike audiences, all this great stuff. That also integrates with Facebook. Now, with Instagram, right? And Instagram ads, they're definitely not as good as Facebook ads, right? But they will work if you have the right product to customer match, and you already have a really robust ads platform to go along with that, making it pretty easy to have some really cool types of ads. For example, the website conversion ad, or a retargeting ad, or a lookalike audience ad. If you've ever done that with Facebook, you could do that with Instagram as well. And finally, another benefit is celebrity and influencer accessibility, and I think that's a really cool thing. There was when you're an entrepreneur, a startup, a small business, right? You're not thinking about leveraging endorsement for your store, especially if you're a small e-commerce store, right? That's really not what initially comes to mind. But because of the accessibility on Instagram, and really still kind of I would say the unofficialness of the Instagram influencer marketing kind of marketplace, I think you're still accessible to some pretty cool and very relevant people inside any given niche. And this is something that works very, very well. The accessibility here is a huge benefit because this just doesn't exist on other marketing channels. So what are some of the challenges of Instagram marketing? And I think the biggest one is that paid traffic is pretty unreliable, right? Facebook ads are great. Instagram ads via Facebook's ad platform, they really don't perform as well. And that's a shame because Facebook ads are so good. Hopefully Instagram improves maybe their ad placements or the way that ads are presented. But right now, paid traffic is a bit unreliable. It definitely can still work if you find your perfect customer, but there's definitely some challenges there. Okay, Product to customer match, because of the fact that paid traffic is unreliable, it's a little bit harder. It takes a little bit more to find it, right? We're not just able to go out and build a bunch of Facebook ads like we could typically do in e-commerce and go and test a lot of different audiences. Again, this kind of speaks to the Instagram ad network not really being as powerful as we'd like it to be. So it's going to take a little bit longer to find product customer match. But if you have already found that on another ad channel, for example, Facebook, that's going to give you a huge leg up, because at least you'll already know where to look, right? Who to engage with. Okay, and I'll talk much more about that later on. Scaling is another challenge. Again, going back to Facebook ads, scaling with Facebook ads is great, right? You can really scale pretty significantly, pretty quickly, and you can make a lot of money when you scale. On Instagram, again, it's a limitation from paid traffic being unreliable. It's hard to scale. The best paid traffic right now is definitely Instagram influencers, and it's hard to scale that. Okay. And last but not least, you do need to have some time to make engagement, right? Like you have to go and like and follow different accounts in your niche and stuff like that. Now I'm going to show you how to automate most of that process, and I think it's definitely key to have some sort of automation in place here, because it would take a lot of manual effort. Even if you're going to outsource that, you may as well just have control of it through automation. So I'll show you some of that later on as well. So what are some of the different types of Instagram marketing? And this is where we'll kind of cover the three main marketing pillars that will make up the huge portion or majority of the modules inside this bootcamp. And the first one is paid ads. Second is influencer marketing, and third is organic. And these are really in no specific order of what works. I think right now influencer marketing works best, but I'm going to teach you all of them. And so the first type of Instagram marketing is paid ads, and these would be ads basically via the Facebook ads platform. Okay, and if you've ever done any Facebook ads before, you know that Instagram is actually just a placement for your Facebook ad. So the very same Facebook ad that you would be showing on your news feed, Facebook news feed, you could also show on the Instagram news feed. Right? If you're new to Facebook ads, basically the idea is that they're going to be interest-based ads. Okay, and you're going to be able to do interest-based ads, I should say, and that's going to be always based on targeting. Okay, so you'll literally be able to put in the things that people like on Facebook and effectively on Instagram as well, since they share that ads platform. And basically, we're going to go much more in depth on it than we are right now. But the idea is basically matching up likes to customers to basically make that product to customer match. Okay. And of course, you get to use Facebook's world famous website conversion and the Facebook pixel to really help make your ads perform that much better. Next up is influencer marketing. This is where you're paying credible accounts related to your niche to promote your store or product. Right? This is kind of the unofficial Instagram marketing. This is basically sometimes referred to as sponsored posts. Right? This is where you're going to have literally another account promote your product. It's not going to show up on your account. It's going to be posted by a completely different account, hopefully one that is an influencer, a celebrity, a top account in your niche, and these work very well. And then the last one here is Instagram marketing for just speaking organically, and this is kind of the quote-unquote typical Instagram engagement, and I'm talking about liking, following, commenting on relevant posts and accounts inside of your niche. And you really want to automate as much as possible. Okay, but this is just the basic type stuff, like you're going to go in and you're going to try to inject yourself into the conversation in your niche, right? If you're selling cat-related items, you want to start being active in cat-related posts, and you want cat accounts to take note of you, right? So that's the kind of the quote-unquote typical, or what I call organic Instagram marketing. And then what about types of accounts that you're going to encounter? Well, you're going to be yourself. You'll be most likely, if you have an e-commerce store or product, you're going to be a brand, right? You'd have a brand account, and that would be like your T-shirt store or your drop ship store, or Nike or McDonald's. Then you're also going to encounter niche accounts. Okay, and this is going to be like, they're not going to be brand specific. They're not going to be a person, but they're going to be something like Top Watch or Best Football, and one posts like just cool pictures of watches, and the other one posts highlights of soccer plays. Right? I'm talking about accounts that aren't like linked to any brand, but they're totally relevant to a specific niche. Not only are they relevant, they're highly engaged in that niche, which make them very powerful for things like Instagram influencer marketing. Okay, and last but not least, that celebrity and influencer, someone like Kylie Jenner, PewDiePie, right, the big YouTube game guy, people with high credibility, personal accounts. I'm talking about not brands, not a Nike, not a McDonald's, but a Kim Kardashian, right? And I'm sure that would be a pretty nice price tag to get something sponsored there. But we're talking at a much lower level, right? That those things also work. It's about getting your product in front of the right customer, and these are the types of accounts that often are going to have huge engagement with your target customer, and that's why you'd want to work with them. Okay, so those are the types of accounts that you'll run into. These will be highly useful when we start talking about the Instagram influencer part of the marketing.